still not used to the fact that like it's so zoomed in because of how everything is. But I'm used to being back here. I'm used to being back here. Anyway, you know what? It's okay. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another 60 minutes of writing. JP Edgar. I don't know what we're gonna do. Start to finish. Games, no. Writing. Clickety clacks. Fingers on the keys. Make the words do the thing. And without wasting more time, let's get going. Yeah, because that's just how I roll. That is how I roll. Man, you know, every single time I try to fix something, something else breaks on this silly little thing. But there is an update, so maybe... Oops, that's actually the wrong one. There we go. That's more like it. So maybe the update will actually start fixing things. I still have some video issues where I click on the handle, I scroll right, it's all going left and stuff like that. Looks like it's just me today. Oh no, I'm all over the place today. I am just not here. I am just not here today. I am kind of all over the place. I've been insanely busy. So I was supposed to stream on Monday, but Sunday, I think it was Sunday, like something happened. I tweaked my back. And Monday, I just couldn't get out of bed. I didn't get out of bed till like, I don't know, 1:30. I was so tired. I was so much in pain because I tried getting up and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. I'm not feeling great here, so I'm here for moral support. Oh, okay. Well, your goal is moral support. Your goal is moral support. Yeah, so like I wasn't able to stream yesterday because my back was just not letting me get out of bed. It was really painful getting out of bed the entire time. But eventually I was able to stretch, get up popped, and I was able to actually get up and walk around again. So that's the good news. Today is doing a lot better. Still stiff, but not really sore. So gosh darn it, come on, microphone. Be in a spot. Be in a good spot. So that's kind of what happened yesterday. So I'm recovering. Goal to be the best cheerleader ever. Oh, you're never going to succeed, books. You're never going to succeed, books with the fur. I already have a cat that cheers me on all the time. So you're not going to be able to succeed in that. But some of my friends and I are... Chat, you kill me. Some of my friends and I are going to be starting up a D&D campaign soon. So I've been working on getting that back up and running. There were a number of tools I've been wanting to try for a bit now. And I've been playing with those all weekend. So I haven't been able to really fix the widgets. But there was one event that happened not too long ago. Where plot twist... subscribed for, I think, what was it, 3 months? Let me check the numbers. Yeah, they've been subscribed for 3 months. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the resubscribe. Hope you've been enjoying the last 3 months, and I'm hoping to come out with a lot more. But what that showed me was the widget was not fixed in terms of the animation for subscribe and follow events. So I'm going to have to get back to work and fixing that here soon enough. So it's a 3-month streak. Wayne is here to help. All right. So when you talk to Wayne, am I supposed to talk in like a grunted voice? I'm Batman. Right? No? Okay. No, don't boo me. Don't boo me. I will turn boo off before you boo me. So, but I do need to get back to work on the widgets. But I've been working on the D&D campaign because we're going to be playing this week. No, don't do that. I is the nice. I is the nice. Come on. Can you do me a favor? Can you do another boo? I want to check something. Boo didn't work. Why didn't boo work? I heard it. Did boo work for you? Did boo work for you, chat? Yeah, allow animations. Huh. It did not. I hear it, but I don't see it. I was on the wrong screen for that one, so I gotta try again. Oh, okay, okay. Hold on a minute. Remember I was telling you about everything kind of being shifted to the side? That was one of that was one of those. Okay, chat. You may now proceed with the boo. It should work now. Proceed with the boo. Punish me. There. I still need to make the center, but I won't be able to make the center splat until I am able to fix the state in the store. But there you go. Yeah. Essentially, like if this is the let's see if I can get the camera. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay. There we go. So if okay, so I'm gonna zoom in. So if this is the screen and this is the boo, boo is actually over here. So when you did it, the animation played, but it was off camera. Now it's just throwing your logo. No, don't throw my logo. But yeah, I'll get that fixed as soon as I can. But I'm working on the state. I'm working on the store, and I believe I have a good concept. I'm just trying to figure out how to implement everything into multiple files. And when I get that done, I should be able to take off and build stuff. So that's kind of how that is. But like I said, I was working on the D&D campaign this weekend, relearning things, trying out new tools and new software to see if I can streamline and make things better. And there is a software out there, Obsidian.md, Obsidian.markdown, that I've been trying out. So I had to implement all of my notes from Google Docs and put it in Obsidian.md so see if I can get things to work out properly. It's been interesting. You know what? No, I can't. I don't think I can because I'm on a different profile. But it's been very interesting working with that, seeing how everything is, and I'm hoping that it'll help streamline the campaign. But also, I'm hoping this at some point may streamline my writing prep or my world prep, especially when it comes to like the Bloodlines of Atmos series, with how expansive I plan on making it. Different times, different characters, points of views, events, and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, another goal for Obsidian MD is to see if this is actually going to work for me, making sure all of my stuff is consistent. And that's kind of my another general goal of mine. I'll let you know how things turn out, and if things do turn out as well as I hope, I might showcase it on the stream. You know, show you the desktop with clear view, and just kind of show you what's going on. You know, how it works, and maybe it'll help you, because if I'm dealing with tools and working with it and it's helping you, great. If it works out well, I might try it too. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, especially when it comes to complex worlds and complex storylines. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I'm using the D&D campaign as a prototype, as a proof of concept, to see if it will work, because it's written in simple markdown language, so it's not like it's gonna really veer away from standard typing. It's just like, for example, header 1, when Google Docs, I'm going to push Control Alt 1 for header 1. In Markdown, it's pound. Oh, sorry, pound. For header 2, it's Control Alt 2. And for Markdown, it's pound. That's it. So it's keeping your keys on the keyboard in most cases, and you're able to properly link stuff and easily link stuff. So I don't know. I want to see how it works out. I want to see how this campaign works out. Not necessarily like the players, the characters, the story. It's like if this organization system works out. That's the case. I'm also dealing with a couple of map makers. I already showed you, not Asgars, but what the heck was that name? Some Azzy name. Let's see. Where are you at? It is Asgard. Asgard's fantasy map generator. I showed you that a few weeks ago, about building the world. I'm still kind of dealing with that, trying to play with it, trying to get it, trying to feel more flush and fluid with it. But I'm also dealing with a couple of map makers. Granted, this is primarily for D&D purposes. I'm also going to be using it for my writing, especially when it comes to creating an environment, because things are not like, I can draw like a map from top down, but it takes a long time. But if I have a map creator like Canvas of Kings, which is what I'm planning on using to create the map top down, it's going to be done a lot quicker, a lot more organically, and a lot neater too. And I'll be able to use that in reference on where things are at. Like where are they at on the beach, and are they going up the bluff side? Are they going to be going over the flood bridge? You know, stuff like that. So I need to figure out if the flood bridge is going to be in a consistent place, what's going to be northeast, south, and west of that location, what's going on, and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to utilize that as well in my in my writings. And I am also hoping that if it does work out well for me, I'll showcase that too. It'll be really interesting. So, I mean, if it helps me and I talk about it, my goal is to help one person. If it helps one person, my goal is a success. It is achieved. I can do an exclamation point complete or done. It's going to scratch out in red. That's my goal. Well, overall goal. So that's why I'm talking about all these different methods, ideas, tools for people to realize and or utilize. And we'll see how things turn out. But let's get to the writing, huh? Let's get to the writing. So we have To Be the Best Damn Cheerleader from Books of the Fur and 800 words from Plot Twist. Okay. Let's see. I am about 2,044 words into chapter 3. According to my data, my word count approximation per chapter is 3,100. But since the prologue only has 400 words, I have a surplus at about 2,400 words. So I need to definitely fill that in, and I can definitely fill it in as time progresses. But I still have a nice cushy padding on chapter 3 to work with. Let's see. I still need to finish chapter 3. I believe I was in the middle of a fight. I need to figure out how to, on the actual rules for my ghosts. Oh, yeah. Figure out what they can and can't do. What happens if are vampires afraid of silver? Are they afraid of sunlight? See, this is a vampire story, so I actually thought about if things actually exist and why they think, like, are they afraid of crosses? Are they afraid of garlic? You know, in this case, I actually thought logically why they are weak to some things and not so much others. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. So the fact is, I'm on chapter 3. Let's see. I decided to do a shift in points of view. So this is going to be 3 point of view shifts. No, 2 point of view shifts from one character to another. Not uncommon, not too bad. And I think this is going to work, especially considering the action scene able to give the tactical train of thought. So I'm really hoping this is going to work. But my goal is to finish chapter 3 and build the foundations of chapter 4. So let's get that up going. So that is my goal. And I think that is definitely very doable. I already surpassed, I think, 10,000 words. Yeah, I am over 10,000 words in the story so far. So I am, for all intent and purposes, ahead of schedule in my word count. And I'm pleased about that. So we're going to see how things turn out. So let's see. Is there anyone else going to be joining us today? I know there's a couple of people that we've been missing. One of them's out of the country. The other one works customer service jobs. So that is, very unreliable. But is there anyone else? Let's see. I do definitely want to build up the community more so I can build more tools for you. But the task list is definitely working decent enough. Bartels is a little busy. Okay, that's fine. But the task list is definitely working well enough. I am definitely somewhat pleased with how everything is working. I don't know if I like the current layout of the Let's Play. So I may, not the Let's Play, the Let's Write, the 6 minutes of writing. So I may do some revamping, especially with the opening spaces above and on the bottom left. But yeah, that's kind of how things are. But you know what? Let's get our game faces on. Let's get this going, huh? Let's get this going. I'll take a drink, hype myself out. Oh yeah! All right, let's do this, chat. Let's do this. Let's go. All right, how you doing, chat? How you doing? Yeah, I wanted to finish my that train of thought so I can finish chapter 3. So I kind of had to pause and rewrite a little bit because of what was going on, how I wanted things to turn out, and I think I got it somewhat to where I want it to be. So let's see. I started off with 2,000 words and I ended with 3356. So I'm like at what? 1,300 words estimated? So not bad, not bad. Considering I had to do a lot of pausing, but yeah. Think about that. Like, not, yeah, really not bad. Really not bad when it comes to the word count per hour. So I'll just do a because I most likely got everything ready because here's chapter 4 prep. All I gotta do is put my notes at the start of here. And my chapter 4 prep is done. Booyah. But yeah, let's see. It was definitely a tough fight for me because one of the critiques I've gotten from the Bloodlines of Atmos book, especially the first draft, is the fights went on and on. I felt no danger, no drama, no tension. So considering the situation, I wanted to see how I could better slow things down, give the relevant information, as well as give a sense of fear and dread. And I really feel that I did a decent job with that on this first draft. So I'm satisfied. I am pleased with this, with 3356. That is my word count for chapter 3. That's my word count for chapter 3. Why did I nod like you could see me when he held up a finger? All right, just hold on a second. But yeah, I am actually pleased with that. Bloodlines of Atmos has a lot of fighting. So I modeled a lot of my battles after Salvatore's, like Ari Salvatore's fighting style, where he really slows down and describes a lot of movements and stuff like that. But as I was rereading the first draft of the Bloodlines of Atmos series, I realized that a lot of it can be taken out and shortened up to stuff that really matters. So it's something I learned when I was younger, not necessarily like too young, but like a few years ago, during my rereads, and it's from the critiques I've gotten, and I really do listen to the critiques. So like, you read the book and you say, I enjoy this story, but Jace is a punk, and he needs to be a little bit more frizzy. I don't know. So I like Salvatore's style of writing. It makes them easy to follow. That is true. But like I said, when I first started writing fight scenes, I went into that level of depth, like every single blow and the result that happened, and it really didn't progress the story too much. It was suggested to me by my publisher that I look into different ways of writing fight scenes. And one thing that did catch my attention was the Princess Bride, especially the fight scene on the bluff. It basically said like they dance back and forth, herring and stuff like that, going between one thing or another. It condensed a whole lot of motions and movements into like a small section, and it told me everything I needed to know. And I really kind of took that to heart. The critiques, the lessons learned, the publisher, how someone else wrote it and stuff like that, and their methods. And I believe my battle scenes, my fight scenes have progressed and they have evolved. They have definitely leveled up, in my opinion, of course. I could be wrong since then. So, oh man. So that's kind of how things have been with me. I'm satisfied with today. Like I said, I got chapter 4 prepped. I just needed to copy and paste something. My word count's good. I think I need to look into some of the goals a little bit better to see if I can hammer out more detail what's going on. I need to update the 3-arc story structure so I can figure out who's mentioned, who's introduced, and the outcome and stuff like that. I mean, on the right-hand side, like you can't see much of anything, but on the right-hand side, these are my goals. but just to the left of that are characters at least mentioned. So, but there's that. So, but unless there's anything else, chat, because, man, it is warm in the office. I have half of the space open, but it's still warm in here. It is still super warm in here because I got my heavy ass tower right there. Got these lights on. I got all this stuff. I got no airflow. It's still hot in here. It's still hot in here. All right then. Let's see. Next is going to be the Let's Play tomorrow at noon. I was reached out to earlier today by Merlin. She is not going to be able to join us for the Let's Plays on Monday anymore for the co-ops, but we're still able to play with salty sketches. And it was asked, like, are you no longer streaming with Salty anymore? I said, well, I kind of got injured yesterday, and last week I kind of forgot. So I'm hoping next Monday, or this coming Monday, rather, we'll be back to the co-ops, and we'll see what happens. So, this is how hot it is. The crap is melting. It is melting. And why did I eat a mint when I'm trying to do a closing? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, chat. Yeah. Just an idiot. So we're going to have a Let's Play it tomorrow. I'm going to get back to 2 hours. I wanted to try the 3 to 4 hour mark. It was fine. I definitely got a lot of... This crap is melting, then it holds up a brown finger. Yeah. My face and my finger is melting. We did get through a lot of the story by going 4 hours. But I have quite a bit of stuff to do before Saturday. So I want to make sure I catch up on the work. I want to make sure I finish the D&D session for Saturday. Make sure I have enough written. Get a good idea of what's going on. So I want to. I'm only going to stream a couple hours on Wednesday and Friday. So, and we have the 60 minutes right on Thursday. So at least there's that. At least there's that, right? At least there's that, right? But without. Well, yeah. Let's just kind of call it here. I think that's good. I think that's good. I mean, look at that. It's just. I'm just like cut off, like, okay, we're just going to be doing this because such bad framing because of how this is. So the reason why it's like this is because of the aspect ratio of the camera for this. So the camera itself actually, oh, or not. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. So the aspect ratio is actually, I have a lot of space. Let's see, where are you? Yeah, see, I have all this room up here, so I have a very limited aspect ratio. And the aspect ratio from this scene translates over to this scene. So it's really awkward how that works out. Done, and I helped. Thanks, Bucks. Hey, you get better, okay? You said you're not feeling well, so you get better. You get well, huh? And hopefully Thursday you can come back to us, and we'll get back to the thing, so. But that just about does it for this episode. If you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, notifications, follow, thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, I don't know, wherever, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Discord, whatever they want you to do nowadays, gets a chance all the time. It really does. Check out my website, jpig.com, books, blog, merch, and stream schedule. Just a reminder, live streams, archives, separate channels, those links will be in the description. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming in, and I'm just tagging along on this really silly idea of mine. You know, I hope you appreciate it, because I do. I really do. But like always, more ridiculous to come.